everyone, I'm Steve AQW Blaze 91 here, and today I'm doing another one of those videos where I go through the games I've bought all through January 2018. I can't believe we've gone through January of 2018 already. Jeez, where has all that time gone? I was going to do a video sometime before the end of January, but then again I got mixed up in all this multiplayer shit, and I'll talk about that in a moment, and I'll talk about that later. But either way, got myself some new games I bought for the PS3 and the PS4 because one, I'm concentrating on the PlayStation stuff at the moment, even though I've got other things I really should be focusing on, but it'll go towards trophy collecting and hunting, which I'm going to already be expanding on, and I'm still expanding on my trophies. So either way, here are the new games I bought. So as always, I'll put them to the side there, pull them out one by one, give you what games I bought, and give just a brief talk about my thoughts on them. But some of them are just going to be brief because some of them I just only tested for a few minutes just to see them working and to register the trophies. And I had to get myself back into the multiplayer side of stuff. Mostly Battlefront 2 2017 stuff, whatever. Anyway, here are my newest games, and these are my thoughts on them. First up, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition. I swapped my Resident Evil 5 copy for this. I bought this £3 in CEX. This is basically the definitive pack edition of Resident Evil 5 for the PS3, which includes all the DLC content on it and the ability to play it with the PlayStation Move controller. And I have got the PlayStation Move controller over there, my Move remote, and the navigator, and the gun which I put to the side. And I haven't tested it with the Move controller. I don't know, I haven't tested it with the Move controller. But I do know it comes with that and the new DLC content, but you have to play through the original main game, I think, before you're allowed to play the DLC, which is fine. I've only tested it just to try out one of the additional chapters I'm playing through in the main game. And there's no separate trophy list to this for the Gold Edition. It's just the same trophy list shared with the main Resident Evil 5. So if you do buy Gold Edition or the original Resident Evil 5, they'll have the same exact trophy list. So no go on here. It is a pretty good game, and considering I'm playing it with a full patch, the partner AI is actually much better than the reviews I've read for it. Next up, Never Dead. I've been doing some multiplayer trophies on this. This one's, how can I explain it? It's where you're playing as an immortal undead guy who's cursed to live for eternity. And you have to fight against some demon lord who's responsible for for the curse that he's got. Bryce, I believe. Yeah, Bryce, the main character in this game, who is cursed to live for eternity. But one of the things about his powers, the one thing about him, considering he's an undead being, he can lose his arms and legs and reattach them all, or grow new ones should he get decapitated. That's kind of like that's the main aspect of the game. You're trying to avoid getting decapitated by your enemies while you're trying to fight them off. But the problem is, every single time you're in combat, you're gonna get either your head decapitated, your arms decapitated, your legs decapitated, or pretty much just every single piece of your body flying all over the place in like just mere seconds just from taking one single hit. And it's just more annoying more than anything. And if you do, and you have to avoid, and you have to get yourself back into your body, or else you get sucked in by one of those demon things. I can't remember. I don't know what they are. I don't think I've looked them up. And get digested, which will result in you dying. And this is one of the things that will definitely annoy, I definitely find one of the most annoying aspects, because I can go back and, considering I can pretty much just attach myself back into my body before all of a sudden another enemy attacks me out of nowhere without me noticing, and I pretty much get decapitated again, and I have to keep rebuilding, keep getting it back into my body, reattaching my limbs, and it's just getting, it gets repetitive, annoying and repetitive after a while. But I'm still going to platinize this because I'm working on the multiplayer trophies with a group, with a group session, and I am going to do so with. And I have got a couple of multiplayer trophy challenges I do need to finish before I get the final multiplayer trophy, which means I can take my time off this. so I'm going to put that there, and I'll explain what that pile is later. Anyway, next game, a Japanese role-playing game, Last Rebellion. I've seen so many bad things about this game, from the presentation to the gameplay. Presentation, it looks like a very early release PS2 game, and it shows. The character models look damn ugly as hell. The main character in this reminds me of the cross between Kratos from Tales of Symphonia and Luke from Tales of the Abyss to Endgame Luke from also from Tales of the Abyss. And that's basically all he is. He's like a bad version of Kratos and Luke put together. I'm not particularly too fond of this guy, but I'm not particularly fond of that guy. Fond of him at all. And what's his name? He's 9. Yeah, that's it. 9. Who calls their child 9? I don't know. I'm not really that impressed with the story as well. Something about sealers having to seal off beings or whatever. I've only touched like the first 3 hours of the story, and I've only defeated like the first boss in the game. Which was enough to get me my first trophy. This game has a reasonably easy platinum trophy. All it is, you just go through the game. And I think there may be some optional bosses which will give you the trophies, but I'll have to look up on the internet about them. But for me, I think this looks like a straightforward platinum. All it is that takes longer to beat the game is just the grinding. And trust me, you have to grind in this game because the combat system in this is ridiculous. And I mean not even friendly, and not even casual friendly. You have to you have to stamp attacks on enemies with physical attacks on both enemies, and then on your enemies, and then use like some sort of magic attack to physically do more damage on them. And you think that's it, right? No, you've got to use Aisha to seal them away, so that it fully kills them. Yeah, sorry about the jump cut. Yeah, as I was saying, You think that's it, right? You just use all your best attacks on the enemies and you kill them, right? No, you gotta use Aisha, your sealer, to seal off the enemy. Otherwise, if you leave the enemies for like 2 or 3 turns, they'll get back up at full health and they'll be ready to attack you again. Usually I think it's just a lot easier just to seal them off when all the enemies are down. But no, you gotta seal them off as quickly as you possibly can. Otherwise they'll get back up and attack you again. And it can just be a real pain in the ass. But I'm still gonna plan to go through this because I got this and it should be a relatively straightforward platinum trophy. So whatever the case. Next up, Tekken Hybrid. This is a Tekken compilation that includes Tekken Tag Tournament HD, which is an HD port of Tekken Tag Tournament 1 on the PS2. The movie Tekken Blood Vengeance 3D, which I haven't seen, and it gives you a demo of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which is Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Prologue, which only gives you like 4 characters to experiment. I think 6 characters? No, 4 playable characters, that's it. It only gives you 4 playable characters to experiment with, to give you the feasible look with it. All 2 of the games do feature their own set of trophies. The main one, Tekken Tag Tournament HD, does include a platinum trophy, but Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Prologue doesn't. It only gives you like just a few set of trophies for you to unlock, most of which just involve just using the set moves a number of times and whatnot, or playing as like certain characters. But either way, this is a good deal. You got the film, the full game, Tekken Tag Tournament HD, and Tekken Tag Tournament 2 demo before you decide to get the full game. And I quite enjoy it, and I quite like it. And I haven't played, and I do want to play like fighting games again, because you know the upcoming Blaze Blue game that will feature Ruby as playable character. Honestly, can't wait for that. Next up, Dead Island. This is the Game of the Year edition. This is another one of them zombie games where it's kind of where I have heard about this one. It's supposed to play similar, you know, to somewhat like Left 4 Dead, but it's set in like a Fallout style open world game where you do quests with people and you take on like zombies with melee weapons. You do get some firearms, but not entirely that much. And I have got the Game of the Year edition, which will include the Bloodbath Arena, the Radio White, and the Ripper weapon blueprints. So that's good. So I can play the DLC content, and it shows here on the disc. Got this in CEX, relatively neat. I've already played it just as far as to get the one of the trophies. So it works alright. Next up, Sonic Unleashed. I've got plenty to say about this one. Sonic Unleashed was one of the few Sonic the Hedgehog games I had at least been looking forward to trying back when the game first came out. I got the game on the Nintendo Wii, and I actually quite liked it on the Wii, and I actually quite liked it on the Wii. It was actually pretty good. Challenging, yes, but it was really good. I actually enjoyed playing through that on the Wii. And I actually have done, and I pretty much have nearly done the whole game on on the Wii. I've gone and restored the whole world. All that's left is just a few super difficult challenges, which are ridiculous as hell. Some of them do range from Sonic and the Secret Rings frustrating to just being completely ludicrous. Immediately you will just be frustrated with it a bit. but this is the HD version of the game, where it's different. Where it plays kind of differently from the Wii version, where it has more Sonic stages to play, and the stages are far more different and more difficult, and the warehouse stages are more notorious. Where, like, one of the things I really hate with the Werehog levels in the HD version compared to the Nintendo Wii version is that if you screw up a quick time event during one of the Werehog levels, it restores the enemy's health, which is just ridiculous, and it's just not fair at all. That does not happen in the Wii version, I believe. Last I played it anyway. But this version on the PlayStation 3, it does feature trophy support, and it does have a platinum trophy on it. I've already played this far just to get my first trophy on it, test the game out and see how it works, and then I got off the story and just try to get my first trophy on it as quickly as possible, just to register the trophies for it. Right, next up, preliminary domain. I've got this is another than Gears of War inspired third-person shooters, but this time it's not with aliens, it's with robots, kind of similar to Terminator. So instead of fighting like you know, the Locusts, you're fighting Terminator. You're fighting Terminator-inspired robots. It's not bad actually. It's actually quite decent. From what I've played so far, it's actually not that bad. I'm not sure if I'll do the multiplayer trophies on this, but it should be there should be but there should be some some 2 or 3 sessions online on psnprofiles.com that should have the trophies. Should have some multiplayer boosting sessions. And lastly, we got a PS4 game, Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. Don't be fooled by the title. You might just be thinking, oh, that sounds spelled Mega Dimension Neptunia 7, but you're wrong. It actually pronounces itself as Mega Dimension Neptunia V2, otherwise known as Mega Dimension Neptunia Victory 2, which is the sequel to the very first Neptunia Victory game on the PS3. Well, this time they've moved the franchise to 10 ATP, and it runs at 60 frames per second, which is a far improvement over the other games. And it's also got a fish. Yeah, literally a fish. One of the strangest effed up characters I've ever seen. You know Nep-Nep, this character here? Well, let me tell you this. There's an effed up version of her called Nep-Nep. And she's got like some weird bizarre eyes on her. I just don't know what the hell to make of it. And she's available as a DLC character. I've seen it. And I had a look at it on the PSN store, and I was just like, who the hell is that? Is that supposed to be Nep-Nep? Just on crack or something? I've only tested this for a few minutes just to register the trophies and to see the game working. I'm not going to fully go through this one yet because I have got a Neptunia game planned already that I am going to do, and it'll be this one. I'm going to do this one first. I want to play through this one first. Neptunia, the Cyber Dimension Neptunia for Gas Online. That's my plan. Alright, so give me a minute to put that back. Alright, here you go. All sorted. So those are my new games I got for the PlayStation 3 and 4. 7 of them. 7 of them download, some of them physical. As again, I only count the physical ones. Alright, jump cut. I did get some some free PSN Plus download games as well, like Uncanny Valley and all that. I can't remember the other ones now. But whatever the case, I've done. I did all that, and I'm gonna do it again this month. But I'll take some time to work on the next game review, which I will talk about shortly, and I'm going to talk about now the multiplayer trophies and stuff, which I am going to be working on. Right. First of all, I'm going to announce one thing. Multiplayer trophies. And such. Right. Let's talk. I've been setting up a schedule for what games are going to be reviewing and whatnot. They will be posted up later today. I'm just having a double check on what ones I'm going to do for now and what playthroughs I'm going to work on in future, because I haven't done any YouTube playthroughs in a long time. My last YouTube playthrough was Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, and that was a piece of shit. And I want to do something good, and I want to do a good game for like YouTube. And I have been looking up. There's going to be 2 Tales of games that's going to have anniversaries. So I'm thinking about doing some Tales games on YouTube. And those 2 Tales games are going to be Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Symphonia. And I am going to do Tales of Symphonia first, and maybe soon I'll do Tales of Vesperia on the PS3, not PS3, what is it, the Xbox 360. Yeah, Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube, I'm going to do that one, because that's the one I have most memories with in terms of Tales of Symphonia. And Tales of Vesperia and Tales of Vesperia for the Xbox 360. We never got a PS3 version in English. It would have been nice if we had Tales of Vesperia for the PS3. That would have been a special treat. But I know it's going to be I know it's impossible now, considering the PS3's getting on now and the PS4 is out. So I'm considering now Tales of Vesperia is on the PS4. It's been sliding in the West. It's only got a Western release on the PS. Tales of Vesperia only got a Western release on the PS4. So if we're forever to be an English release of Tales of Vesperia for the PS, the definitive version, it'll be on the PlayStation 4. They'll likely update the graphics a bit, make it more PS4-ish. I hope. And another game which will have an anniversary of, which I really think I should do, is Doom, the original Doom. Yeah, the FPS masterpiece, which is the Super Mario Brothers, Space Invaders of the game industry. I can't wait for the day I do that game. I may do videos like 1 week at a time, 1 day per week, so that I can have the time to work on other things, you know, like all the top 10s and whatnot. I do have other top 10s I want to talk about. But I think it'll just be when I just decide to work on it. I'll announce nothing about that. And now I'm going to talk about what I have been doing over the past month. You know, instead of getting on the reviews and all that. First of all, what review I'm going to be working on next. First off, this is going to be my next game review in version. It's being started, it's being worked on. it is in progress. I'm taking my time to talk about it and such, but I have been doing a lot of multiplayer related stuff. So please be patient, it will be up soon. Sometime this week, I hope. Let's talk about the multiplayer trove. I will say I have been doing some multiplayer on it, but I haven't been able to find any other players online. And I am with an inversion group, but although they haven't been doing as much inversion, even though some of the people have gotten like the platinum trophy on that, and I do want to get the platinum trophy on that one because I've actually got one more trophy to get, which will give me the platinum trophy, and it's just finishing up the multiplayer ranked and it's finishing up the multiplayer ranked matches, and which requires me to play the game, play all the matches, not whatnot. Next up, next up is some of the other multiplayer games I want to focus on. Let me just go get them a second. Let me just organize them a second. Yep, these are the multiplayer games I'm going to be focusing on. 6 games, although I'm going to announce one of them under the game. 6 games I'm going to be focusing my multiplayer stuff on. Although I'm going to say of these, I'm only saying another 7 of them, but there's one announcement I'm going to make in terms of those. Killzone 3, I've gotten all the multiplayer trophies on this, including all of the DLC multiplayer trophies. The trophies, in terms of the multiplayer trophies, they're easy. You don't need to go overly ranked and get like all the experience points necessary to rank yourself up. But if you're needing the abilities necessary to get the remaining trophies, you definitely do need to you definitely need to play online with other players to get the abilities you need. And I joined in with like a multiplayer session with a group to help get the trophies for the other players are missing, and I have gotten all the DLC trophies on this. Where the only ones I'm missing are just the main game ones and the co-op trophy ones. And the good thing is with the co-op trophies, you can do them with an extra control pad. It's just split screen. It's just basically split screen, and you don't need to be online, and you don't need to play online to get them, which is a good thing. A lot of people have said. So thank God I can do the co-op trophies in the base game without needing to go online. So I'm happy for that. Next up, Killzone 2. This one, people said this one's going to be a lot more difficult to get in trophies because there are multiplayer trophies which require you to be at a certain rank weekly in order to get the trophies, like being in 4th place, being a 3rd best place of the week, 2nd best place in the week, to the best player of the week. And it just takes a fucking load of time to do in terms of getting like all the weekly ranked trophies. It's just ridiculous. It does have its other DLC trophies as well. I'm looking into getting DLC trophies for this as well. And the reason I'm doing the Killzone trophies because in the end of March, all the multiplayer servers for this game and Killzone 3 will shut down. Meaning that all you have will just be the single player game. But there's a bar match mode. And you're thinking, alright, another jump cat here. And I know you're thinking, why not do all the multiplayer stuff on the bot matches? Well, it turns out you have to do all this on the public server, on the online multiplayer publicly, by the way. Not privately, not in custom game, not in bot matches. You have to do all these challenges to get the trophies in public play. otherwise they do not count. So this one's going to be a nuisance. Never Dead is also going to be a nuisance, the multiplayer ones. Me, just in gameplay, I have got a few more challenges to do, but I'm going to really get in touch with the group and hope I can get the other challenges done. I'm kind of half free. I put this one off, but I have gone in touch with one player who's doing all the. I'm supposed to be doing all the, all the trophies with, getting all the multiplayer trophies with. But I haven't done any in about like 2 weeks. But I am going to get in touch with the guy soon again, who's one of the Russian players, by the way. Next up, 007 Legends. I haven't done any multiplayer trophies on this in a while, but I am slowly working through it. I want to get in touch with the 007 Legends group gang again, in hopes that I can, maybe in the next couple of weeks, I can get back to this game. So I can get the multiplayer trophies on this, so that I can focus on the mid-base game again. Next up, Mind Jack. I have started some multiplayer trophies on this one as well. But like, when I was testing the game out with one of my new controllers, what is it? Some guy asked me if he wanted to like get some of the multiplayer trophies with him, and I am working through getting the multiplayer trophies. And I am going to ask him if he can help me some more getting the rest of the other multiplayer trophies before I go through the game, before I eventually go through the game proper and finish the game off and get the Platinum Trophy. Platinum Trophy there shouldn't be too difficult. It's just basically the game itself that's the real problem. And then of course there's Inversion, which all I need now is just to go through the ranked multiplayer matches, just play all the multiplayer matches a certain number of times. And I got 2 more challenges where one I have to kill 5 players in 10 seconds. In under 10 seconds I start shooting. And there's one challenge I need to do where it involves being the best player in a team of 10 player in a 12-player team deathmatch, which is going to be like notorious, because I have to ask every single person who's not doing anything to do some Inversion. I am going to keep in touch with the Inversion group so that we can help players who haven't got the Platinum Trophy in this, so I can get the Platinum Trophy for this, because I want to be the next person to get the Platinum Trophy. So anyway, that's everything I just wanted to explain to everybody. The plans are going to be uploaded tonight. I'm not sure when. I'm still running through my list and see which ones I want to do and which ones I want, and which playthroughs I want to do, or what boosting sessions I want to do and whatnot. It will be uploaded on my Facebook channel and on my GameSpot channel tonight, and then I can finally start getting to work on the Inversion review. And then just continuing on from what I plan, from what's scheduled. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys have gotten some comments on the games I've gotten, on all the sessions I'm doing, whatnot. I am still focusing a bit on Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017 as well. Yeah, I'm putting some time towards that. So we do want the start cards maxed out before I even start re-tempering out the single player and whatnot. So thank you all for watching my video, and I hope to see you all again next time. So take care of yourselves and goodbye.